Streamlab says I'm live. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And Twitch seems to agree. There we go. Waiting for the colony invasion to start.
The what invasion?
Colony invasion.
Oh.
By the way, Frost, if you want in, we got room.
Oh, I can play now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Sure.
I don't know. Have you had enough of your meds yet?
I
Don't need you flaking out here.
Oh.
The other question is, are you any good? That's the other question.
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
You think?
My-
No, get him out. Get him out.
What are the personalities behind me?
Are you good? Are you good at defending something, or are you all Leroy Jenkins?
I was actually in that clan for a while. I'm not a Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know. That sounds like the first thing a Leroy Jenkins would say.
No,
Right after Leroy Jenkins.
not quite.
At least they got chicken.
At least you got some chicken. Whole thing was like scripted. It's
Oh,
like,
I know. Yeah, it totally was.
Like I know the guy that supposedly did it. He's not that person. Mostly. But yeah, you can invite anytime. I'm on his backs.
I told Ed to invite you. He's the one setting it up. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need more lithium.
Know that feeling.
Oh, we got 15. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought we were short. Sorry, Frost.
I'm here.
Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah, the only thing I'm missing is that photonic barrier to do it alone, but...
Yeah, I actually got it on my main, but my main is Federation, not KDF, so...
Yeah. I don't have enough...
I'm playing a tactical officer, so...
Yeah.
I'm playing a science non-medical officer.
Yeah, actually also playing science, but you can still hear the thingy when enemies are near, so at least that is something you can do.
Yeah. Just drop crystal turrets and wait for... They got the thing on the... Go kill the giant turret.
All right, I'm going to vote. If one person doesn't vote this time, we kill them.
Question is who?
That is the question. We gotta find out who, and then kill them.
Which one of your posers isn't voting?
I did ask in Zone. Okay, who's not voting? No one answered.
Maybe you scared them.
Apparently. Me and my big threatening gestures.
Vote. We want to vote. We don't want to be here all day. That's what we're going to tour you guys.
Okay, I'm in a team with. Yeah, I'm staying with Ed until he tells me to move.
Yeah, stick at this. I'm staying at the same generator.
Okay, where is this voting thing that's supposed to be going?
It
It's
won't
not
happen.
up yet.
Yeah, it'll happen between the waves.
Oh.
You'll either vote to end it or continue. That's
Okay.
what it is.
And if you start voting to end it, we will hunt you down and kill you.
Yes.
Okay. So, first chance I get, I vote to end it, right?
Yeah.
All right, where is he? Kill him now. Fuck it. I mean, it's better to kill him now and place him.
But I'm the Klingon Honor Guard.
Aren't we all?
No. Just me.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
I'm in full Klingon honor gear.
Oh, good for you. Can't really say much to that because I'm not, but yeah.
Time to queue up buff missions and DOF missions and Admiralty and
Actually, Lex, I think we're good on. All right.
Okay, there are people over here, so. Just making sure places are manned.
Yeah. Gesundheit.
thanks,
Gesundheit
Clyde, as I
again.
said. Freaking allergy.
Are we just splitting all apart, doing whatever?
I recommend if you're in a place with too many people, just drop your team and move somewhere where there's not enough.
Yeah. Move over to another place. Okay. I need frost boots for this run.
Oh, okay. I guess Lex is trying to get 20 people? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there goes Caden.
I mean, it's not making it any more difficult. Though I have to admit,
Well,
given how transporters work, that they essentially block you from moving for a second or two while you beam in. Why are they beaming right on top of it rather than setting up a base camp and rushing out from there?
because reasons.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that means we have one man too many in this team here.
Yeah, I went over to a different I went over to 4, I think it is.
I kind of figured Ed's running the show, so I'll move when he tells me to move.
Yeah, I never really use Delphic Puddle, so I'll throw a kid drone in. I use a jump kick once for fun, so I'll throw .7 on there. So I have drones.
Actually, if you like drones, I found that the explosive drone is really nice.
I don't like drones. I'm just trying to get more numbers.
He thinks it makes him cool.
Generator 2 needs a team, Ed says.
Okay, I'm dropping a team here and go to Gen 2.
Musin, how's it going, buddy? Doing okay? Oh, that's good. I mean, being okay is better than being crappy, right?
Yep.
You haven't been doing your daily, Mason. Oh, shame on you, buddy. Shame on you. I'm kidding.
You might as well just give up now. You blew it.
I haven't done my daily in a while either, so. Oh, the game decided to bug out on the missions for him or something. Okay. Oh, fair enough. And apparently my timers on my bot is all screwed up, but okay, whatever. Oh, was that a lever penalty, Musin, or? Some of those are kind of pain in the ass, I agree. Especially when you disconnect and it gives it to you. That's like, this is stupid.
A Gorn named Gorn.
A Gorn named Gorn. He's a Gorny Gorn.
Hi, Musin.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of pissed at the game.
Yeah.
So we go in there, and I was so fast getting to the next target that I come in, I target just the reactor, right? Not the shields, not the anything around.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at almost 0, like on top of it. And I have to hit the reverse because I was overshooting the target slightly. And just all my weapons hit it instantly. That thing blew up, right? So then the cleanup needs to be done. And we go to the next target. So I already floor it to the next target while the rest comes in to do the cleanup, right?
Oh, jeez.
But they finish doing the cleanup, but the next target doesn't trigger. And I'm already there waiting for it to trigger, right? And it's like,
Yeah, you probably broke it by being too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
probably.
job.
Can happen.
Yeah, I was so fast on top of it that the moment it popped, I instantly targeted the reactor and just unleashed full force, and it was boom over for that thing. And yeah, from that moment on, we could clean the entire map, but that was about it. The mission would not progress, and it said kill all the enemies. Well, there was no enemy left on the map. Nothing happening. At some point, I just said, you know what? Screw it. There's only one other guy in here with me, and I warped out. And then it said, yeah, you gotta wait 30 minutes. And I'm like, it's the event one, for Christ's sake. You know what? Forget it.
It's still
Like-
a lever.
Yeah, but I felt it was very annoying that with the event one,
Yeah.
which often bugs up on people, right? Because I hear stories all the time of people having to redo the event daily because it didn't work the first run. So I'm like, why does it time me out for 30 minutes? Why isn't there an exemption for the event one? Because you could technically do certain events, over and over without a cooldown if you complete them. So why give it a lever penalty if it bugs up?
Because you didn't complete it.
Yeah, I feel that that's unfair when you're dealing with an event like that.
Yeah.
You already don't get the participation. Why bother with a lever penalty when you know all your player base is wanting to get the event done and is probably going to break it?
Because there'll be people who will go into events if there's no lever penalty, and then leave just to screw it up for everybody else.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, they are assholes.
Always trolls. Always trolls.
Yep.
Yeah, but one guy leaving a group doesn't screw it up for everyone else.
It really depends on the team.
It really depends on the team.
Yeah, okay, if you got more than half the team being assholes like that.
Either
And-
that
and
or
they're-
simply having noobs playing.
That's
Yeah.
true too, yeah. Map full, here we go.
Happen.
Not everybody's running ships not everybody's running ships they've been building up for years or things like that.
Yeah,
There's different variables, right?
It's what you're saying is it's not fair to you.
Yeah,
I
that's all
feel
that
it's
matters.
not fair to dedicated players. Not just me, like just about everybody who's dedicated to the game and doing the event this time around again, because they've already been through a couple of events. So yeah, I'm expecting a few months of investment that you've chosen to stick with Star Trek as a game. And then I'd say about a 3-month investment and you can make that claim. 'Cause in
Actually, I think if you're playing events, I expect people that have just created a new character just complete the tutorial.
Yeah, I know for a fact that it takes about 30 days of intense, playing to make your account viable. And that after 90 days of play, you can actually already have things completely maxed out.
If you know what you're doing,
Yeah,
yep.
I mean, it takes the fastest I've seen someone go to from new tune to max level is just under 4 hours.
Yeah, but it's not about
But keep in mind, that's
level
also-
65. It's about the doing the duty officer stuff. The
Reputations you
completing
can
the
level in 70
reputations.
days. Reputations, from the moment you get access to them to maxing them out, if you get enough marks, you can do that in 70 days.
If you got tier 6 already, yeah.
No, if you don't.
Well, so
I
say
actually
about
I did the
seven-
math on it.
Okay, so 70 to 90 days, and you can actually have a viable account to do advanced content.
You can actually do advanced content with significantly less than that.
Yeah, I know, but then you would have to have certain ship traits, right? So I'm saying you
No,
don't
not
have
really.
ship traits. No, but if you don't have the ship traits for the tier 6, then you're gonna have to rely on the ones you get from doing reputations and doing specializations, and that would mean about a 90-day investment to get like the specializations up high enough that you get a couple of
No.
extra.
So what I'm saying is that even without any ship trades, you can still do 30-40 KDPS without a real issue. Just with mission rewards, just with a decent build, a decent tier 5 view, or just a tier 5.
Yeah, but then you gotta know what you're building, right? Like really know what you're building.
Just do, and that can
Well-
be research. There's a lot of places just do research on stuff like this. Of course, a lot of the stuff you see these days are more.
I don't know. I come to very old builds and a very messy way of looking them up, and I feel that a lot of the information that is out there is outdated.
Yep.
It
It's
is.
so
Because-
horribly outdated 3 months after it was posted.
It's still usually good enough for people who do advanced content 20 to 50 KDPS.
Yeah.
It's no longer the 200, 300, 400 DPS that it was KDPS that originally was.
No, but
But-
if but if somebody who's never played the game Googles a build and like is trying to find something good, I've noticed that, for example, the corrosive plasma build does still keep coming up, and that's by no means the best plasma build out there.
No.
No, it's in fact such an old plasma build that it's from like, what was it, 2016, 15?
Get in tight.
The prime issue I got with the current build community, the people that post builds, is that they don't explain stuff.
Yeah, a lot of those builds that I can find when I'm looking it up predate the changes to fire cycling and weapon proc. You know, so the changes to the plasma consoles, the changes to the weapon proc, and the fire cycling haste, how that works. Yeah, that's not taken into account. And those builds are advertised as doing a certain amount of damage, and they do nowhere near that.
You have to look at the year they were posted too. I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen stuff using MC plasma consoles still, and it's just sort of like those,
Yeah.
those are effectively useless now.
well, not quite, but you don't need more than one of each. You know, you need one of each to do the thing, and you don't really need more because you can't abuse more than that.
So Duffy, you told me that I had to start like sucking to get kicked out. Is that what it is?
Say what?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here.
Kill everything.
But
There's 4 shield generators on the
You're
map.
at a generator, right?
I am in a generator. I'm at shield generator number 4.
Okay.
Everything's
Yeah, in that
dying
case-
almost as soon as they show up.
Yeah, that's normal.
all they do here.
That's all you do.
Stand there,
Just
pretend.
defend the thing.
Yeah, try and shoot stuff. If you happen to take a few shots, great.
If it lives long enough to be shot, great. If it doesn't, great.
Yeah. Just Gorn. Why not?
Poor Gorn.
I like how they pick up rocks and they die and it falls on them instead.
I mean, actually, I got a generator here that isn't as insanely defended as the last time. I only got one person with the crystal shards here. So we actually can shoot stuff once or twice before it's dead.
Oh,
Last time it was a
let-
little insane.
well, luckily, as what I'm seeing here, nobody's carrying Assimilate.
No, that's on my other tune.
Yeah, so my other two as well.
I've got it on this character.
I forgot to transfer it over.
Yeah, we need to get it to this tune. This one is actually the one that, I mean Orion. Who else should assimilate?
Borg. But yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, you need the pheromones to actually do what the pheromones do, and not do what the pheromones do in game.
I mean, I got the, what's it called? Active immunity overload, which is kind of pheromone, at least it looks.
Yeah.
Listen, if the pheromone trait on the Orion female could have actually turned the enemies to your camp and make them fight for you, I would have had a...
It can.
Temporarily, yeah.
Yeah, not good enough. It's not like Assimilate.
Not as good.
Now I've got 4 drones.
Assimilate doesn't last forever either, so...
No, but Assimilate at least takes them over fully, and then when it wears off, they're just gone.
Well, that's because you killed them before you just assimilated, so...
But they're gone.
Yeah,
And
that's the
in
thing
the
that the
case
cooldown
of
is
the
so long.
pheromones, you then get shot in the back all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's what happens if you brainwash people.
Yeah, that happens. That happens to them in the series, so that's kind of accurate too.
Yeah, I think the cooldown is so long. Because 16 seconds of confused, followed by, what, 2 minutes of cooldown?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah, yeah. They could probably adjust the cooldown to about maybe a minute.
Well,
Yes, 2 minutes. If it was a minute, then maybe it was like 30 seconds, and then
Hi,
it would
Frost.
actually be a really good
You
power.
better vote here, Frost. I'm gonna...
Better vote, Frost.
So that hit end, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
So
what
long as
generator
you're
is that again?
voting.
One guy again. Seriously.
What are you guys doing?
We're doing colony invasion.
Oh,
KDF colony invasion.
Yeah, Ed set up today and tomorrow. He's doing a 5-hour.
oh, that's right.
Um,
That's right. I saw his post. Yeah.
Yeah, it's significantly easier than it originally sounded.
Just one
So long
guy
as
who's
you
still
got
not voting. Oh my
that
God.
engineer. Yeah, so long as you got the engineer with the barrier and the medgen, photonic barrier and medgen, essentially the rest can really just
Drunken
goof
dog.
around.
I like Ed's answer.
What is Ed still online or?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Is it because I didn't see him in voice? So it's just like.
I mean, I did say I was in Discord earlier, so I guess he doesn't hop on. But at least he's too busy coordinating.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just gonna dump a bunch of prisms up where I am and let them shoot. Why even bother?
Yeah, that was what happened on the last one. 50 tricky prisms.
I know.
Actually, we got a second person dropping prisms here. We're back to 10.
I'm
So,
dropping prisms over where I'm at, so.
yeah, we have the same one again. Shield Gen 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a second person that started dropping the turrets, so we want to get a 10.
I mean,
Enemies are gonna die too fast.
I got turrets, I got mortars, I got generators.
And not a fan of the turrets.
I'm not a fan of too much of them either, but I'm getting tired of hitting one.
Actually, have a ground hotkey for Q, which is essentially all my stuff, including firing my weapon. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the reason I don't like the turrets is that they don't have enough range to make them truly viable. The more that's the range.
Where I'm at, I got a nice point. I'm just in a nice spot crouched down where they spawn up. So Ends are fun sometimes.
Yeah, I'm right above you.
Yep. I think we'll just sit. I think we'll just sit right here. Can you drop?
So long as you're within the area you're in right now, the pheromone area, you get some healing over time as well, because reasons.
Yeah.
He's trying to mind control you, DT.
No.
I mean, it's 16 hit points per second. I wouldn't call that a tiny heal.
You know, I think I'll let the troops go. Dinosaur, go.
I assume you have the trait for the security team?
I got the officer for it.
But not the trait that uses grenades?
I don't have grenades right now on this guy. Oh wait, I do still have a
but
grenade.
there's a trait that uses your security team's grenades.
I'll have to get that.
And if you got that and the maximum number of doors for more security team members, when you beam them down, you can beam down a freaking army.
I need to bring down an army because it's the Klingon way.
And if you got the Sword of the Emperor, then you can use that one to beam in the second Terran, but whatever.
Bring in Terran slaves.
And then you really have an army. And if you then buy the
Romulans, the Romulan beam downs, yeah.
Alright, I'm bringing down Denver. What the heck? The dinosaur is going to play for a bit.
You know, I do like these mission things, and you got those claws that just pop out when you start shooting. It's fun. I suddenly become Klingon Wolverine.
Oh, show generator
Working a little bit.
Show generator 315 damage.
Oh no. Can you heal it? Can you survive?
I don't know. I don't think he can.
I'm not at it. Show generator. I can't help it.
The fun part is I have a heal that can heal over 10,000 hit points on the shield gen. I got the trait. If you heal someone that's below half hit points or whatever, you heal them for a third of their max hit points, and a third of the max hit points of their generator is over 10,000. So if the generator ever drops below half, I simply put any heal on it, and get the third of its hit point back.
I think that hit me on the last round because my bar just suddenly turned white for a while. It's like, I give up.
I like how the security team from the colony runs all the way down here, then turns around and runs back.
It's right when we went the other direction. There's a bunch of freaking civilians just sitting around knowing an invasion's coming. Oh, let's just relax.
Well, there's like 2 or 3 security guards that like run down from the colony, like, "Oh, we're gonna help." Oh, you're okay. You got them already. Okay, go back. They keep running back and down. And it's like, this is hilarious.
Yeah. I wish the invasion was a bit more like Drana Beach Assault.
Yeah, where we actually have to move and really take care of planned stuff.
Yeah, combine the two. Make it so that you have to defend the actual colony itself, like you do in the first part of the Drana Beach Assault.
Yeah.
But essentially inverse the Drana Beach Assault. You start out at the inhibitors, then they get taken down, you fall back to the shield generators, which we currently do. Then when they get taken down, you fall back to the main colony and defend the power generator, computer core, and the last shield gen.
Yeah.
And then make the wave strong enough to actually be able to take those the first 2 steps out.
I'll have to start hunting for treats to get an army. Why? It is the Klingon way.
Do you have the Hive Defense ground trade for
Not
some
yet.
bucks?
That's gonna have to get picked up because we're gonna have fun.
Then the kit module for calling in more the harmonic lure for calling in more bugs. Assuming there's no longer bug for captains. What else can you do as a tactical for beaming down people or minions? I mean, you can get all the drones, sure.
Yeah.
And among the drones, actually the explosive drone is really nice. I've seen it do over 1,000 damage in an area of effect. So that might be an investment as well. It's kind of hybrid between a freaking powerful grenade and a normal combat drone.
Oh, look, Hirogen.
Oh, how quaint. They're still
Oh, where'd they all go?
They're still just toppling over.
yeah.
Where'd they all go?
I
They
mean-
all just,
Died.
yeah, they all disappeared. Okay.
If they disappear, they might not be dead. They're Hirogen.
Well, I think they vaporized, so, you know,
That kind of disappearing is okay.
yeah.
The cloak up and shoot you in the back kind of disappearing, that's not okay.
Well, that's what the agony field generator's for.
And the support drones and the
My mortars, my, yeah.
tricorder scan. Mortars not so much, they can't see the invisible. But,
Well, that's true, but-
support drones definitely can. I always find it funny when I do the Jemadar arcs, and my support drones simply spot all the cloaked jammies. Hi, you're trying to hide. Here, have a mortar to your face. Or a sabotage, because without weapons, wow!
Oh, Denver spotted that one. Fresh my turrets, fresh my mortars. Hit that guy with Sompek Lightning.
Just crouch here, kill anything that just decides to beam in. Apparently, who knew putting disruptor bolts in something's chest while it's materializing would kill it so fast?
I mean, you're literally putting them into the chest because they are still materializing.
Right. Oh, look, somebody tried to psychic whammy me.
I got the Psychic Value back trade currently in.
You know you're killing things too fast when your hands are getting sore from pressing 1 all the time?
So I was thinking about putting down the turrets, but
It's just everything is toppling over.
This isn't an invasion,
know.
it's a massacre.
yes,
Yeah.
Federations call us an invasion. We call this target practice.
What I would actually like to see is if they made those algorithms a bit smarter, a bit more adaptive,
Is this
so that
Star-
they essentially, yeah,
Is this Star Trek you guys are playing?
Yeah.
Or is
Yes.
this Lemmings?
it's Star Trek.
Trek.
It's the Star Trek version of Lemmings.
It really is. They keep in the end, and it's sort of like, well, this guy's already dead. This guy's already dead. This guy's
Hey,
dead.
you think the ship in orbit would know, like, not to beam in more people to
You
the slaughter?
think? You think?
I actually would like if they update the script for this, so that they essentially see how long it takes for each spawn to die, and then scale up the spawns until the spawns stay around for at least 10 seconds or so.
Or have the ship in orbit. You know what? Forget beaming everything. It's just nuke it from orbit.
We need that colony Send everybody at once. Everybody.
And that would be effective. That would be effective.
How about?
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting this one. Let's get the hell out of here before we kill more people for no reason.
Nah.
Well, it would be nice if your DPS could get to that level that your enemies are just like, yeah, and you know what? No.
Well, you know,
I
I'm
get
using just for you. You know, I'm using just for you. I will go see if we do get to Vegas. I'll go ask the devs if they can go put back in the Borg Invisible Death torpedoes for you.
Oh God!
They never took those out.
I've never been hit. I haven't been hit by one in years. So.
Oh no, they're
still
still
around.
in there. They're still around.
Yeah, I got hit a couple times.
Yeah, I get hit on a regular basis by those. Don't even start, because I draw a lot of fucking threats.
If you say something, they'll probably add it to other things.
Yeah,
No,
it's a feature now. It's a feature now.
Like,
Torpedoes.
wouldn't it be nice if the AI recognizes that you've got all your reputations, that you got a certain endeavor level, that you got certain rep for playing this game for so long, that it just chickens out fighting on you because your captain has that much reputation? It's like,
it would be nice.
Actually,
but...
I think it would tie to the kill so of so many of that type achievements.
yeah, that would be nice too if certain AIs would recognize you've killed so many of them.
That would be tough to
And
program, though, wouldn't it?
Either
accordingly.
Yeah, either send the heaviest hitters they have to you in hordes, or simply not bother sending anyone to you.
No, it's very simple.
If
they're like Herodian, if they're Herodian, they'd send more. If they're Klingon, they'd send more. If they're Jem'Hadar, they'd send more. If they're anything else, they'd probably retreat. Or suddenly start playing Cloak
The
and
Borg
Dagger.
send more.
The Borg always send more. The Borg send more just because they adapt to everything.
Well, if you're gonna have them set to send more, then all of them are gonna be set that way, 'cause just for programming purposes. But
Yeah.
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 But what I would like to see is what they send more of.
yeah,
Certain factions would send a lot of cannon fodder to soften you up more or less. Some would send more
Klingons.
scientists to debuff you, or some would send more melee
Or
to
Richard.
recharge you for.
I would have actually programmed it in that if you piss off the Klingons enough by killing enough of them, that randomly in missions on ground, Klingons would start showing up trying to kill you.
oh, like a reputation system. I see what you're saying.
Randomly, an additional Klingon is beamed into a mission somewhere, having followed you, tracked you down, wanting an honorable duel with you.
Actually, that should be tied right into the kill accolades.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Essentially, whenever you complete one of them, you get a spawn.
yeah, use it as a reputation type thing. Yeah.
But not like a spawn that only happens once, right? Like,
I would say you get a spawn directly when you get the accolade, and from then on, all spawns of that enemy type are a little bit bigger.
for example, but like, I
Keep
would
it simple.
also. I would have like random missions, like you're doing a mission on Romulus and you're dealing with all Romulans. Suddenly a random Klingon that's never there shows up because you've killed enough Klingons and he's after your blood.
In Battlegrounds, I would agree. In Battlegrounds, such spawns should be added. But in missions, story missions, and in TFOs, definitely not.
So that would be a little bit difficult, especially like you're in the middle of freaking Iconian War. I'm here to kill you now.
You only hope. I'm gonna kill you. What?
Yeah. Well,
Here's
it
what
would be
you- here's
nice
what-
if there's
here's what you
scripted
need.
events tied to that, right?
So you want somebody to show up. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, you've
In
killed
Battlegrounds,
enough
I definitely agree with
Klingons.
that.
you've killed enough Klingons to actually be, considered an honorable opponent to fight and die against.
Yeah, but just imagine what the Herodians would send after you.
Yeah, all
They-
the
they wouldn't-
best
they wouldn't
hunters
send-
they could.
They wouldn't send one person after you, they would send entire fleets.
Yeah, but they'd send like the best hunters they could after you, right? So
Entire fleet of the best
would-
hunters.
I would upgrade the lowest Herodian grunts by a level for all the spawns, right?
Now you have
Like,
to now you have
upgrade
to
'em
find
to
a
the
way to
next
now you have to
class.
find a way to write this to where it doesn't break the game.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I
the prime issue. Make it so that the concept is solid, but doesn't
I
break
mean-
anything.
The real problem there is they won't give me access to the code.
Well, no, they won't give anyone access to the code.
No, but I could write it. Like, I could literally spend my time figuring out how to write that into the code if I had the existing code already.
They
But,
couldn't,
you know,
they couldn't write in the point where they wanted to, where you had an EV suit slot without breaking things.
Yeah, I really wish they did.
I really do.
That's
yeah.
because they're under a work pressure of a certain date and a game that needs to be running. I, on the other hand, look at it differently. That if they want
If
this
you're
done,
if you're if
and
you're
I'm
working
not
if you're
under
working
a
for
deadline.
them, but you
No,
would be
if-
under the deadline.
Yeah, but
Except if you work for free for them, then you can essentially make a separate dev team that's essentially working for free, just volunteers, that tackle all the issues that annoy people but too minor to be worth spending money on.
yeah, too minor to really postpone major projects for, right? And the thing is,
Whoa.
it helps when somebody actually understands that ancient code.
Well, that's half the problem, is the people who are there don't understand it because all the people who wrote the code are not there anymore.
No, and the people
Yeah, but that's
who wrote
also
the
an indication
code-
of badly written code.
yeah,
It's that hard to understand.
yeah, but that's not entirely the case too. It's like it's also an old coding language that has been long since replaced.
They're not writing it in C? C++ or whatever?
I don't know.
The way that the game is coded is all by hand, and like
Yeah, so?
nowadays the dev tools and engines for games allow for much easier access and alterations, while for this they still have to type it out line by line by hand.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how it's done even in bigger projects. Because for certain things there are no pre-made options. You have to write them manually first.
No, but like when certain basic integrations have been already mapped out into a tool, which they weren't for this.
Yes,
No,
sure,
and-
certainly. That's got an engine.
Yeah. Anyway, I know that I can probably untangle that ball of code
Yeah, same here.
because I know I've worked with everything and from basic upwards.
I actually started with assembler. Well, I not started, but did assembler at some point.
My first coding language was learning to code in BASIC and then
Yep.
in C.
I did basic, QBasic to be exact. And then I switched to Pascal, Turbo Pascal, and then to Object Pascal with Delphi, and then ton of web design, PHP, JavaScript, SQL, HTML, all that crap.
Yeah, I went from BASIC to C and PHP, Java, HTML, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. I didn't do Pascal though. But that doesn't matter. Like, I'm pretty adept at picking up new stuff, right?
Yeah, then I did Java, assembler, binary tables, which are even more primitive than assembler. C, C++ in school.
Yeah.
And privately, I did a bunch of scripting languages. I can't even recall all of them.
Yeah. Python. Lol.
Some Python, some Ruby, some whatever it is. I probably did all the major ones.
Yeah. Well, then we could entangle that ball of code for them, given enough time, right? If we don't get the deadline, because they have a dev team on the deadline.
The one thing I would really like to change is the ground AI. Have you ever played the Dragon Age series? The first one especially?
No.
A shame. In Dragon Age, they got a really interesting system for handling the AI, because you can it's essentially real-time tactical. It's a role-playing game. You have up to 4 people, I think, in a team, and you can pause the game, essentially make it turn-based, or simply make it real-time and give them orders. Or you can open a list, and each row in the list you can add a condition and a command that to be executed at that condition, including skipping lines. So, for example, the first row could be your health less than 50%, heal yourself. Allied. Then the next line is allied health less than 50%, heal them. Then the next line is neutral person health less than 50%, heal them. For example.
Yeah.
And then you can simply make for each ability 2 lines or 3 lines of that concept for each ability. And so if you equip those abilities, they get those lines added. And maybe you get a couple basic lines on top of that for everyone. And players, for their bridge officers, could simply open that menu and write in their own, say, 10 lines or so. Not much, just 10 lines, 15 lines, something in that area. Because if you want more, you can control it manually.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I changed things about this game, but most of all, I changed the actual lines of code that are already in the game that are causing problems because of the way their syntax is. I go over every little piece of code just in my spare time next to the thing that I'm doing, just to go over the syntax if it can't be written up in shorter syntax and less lag being created, less latency. Because a lot of that tangled ball of code is written in, older script, which has way too much syntax to it. Oh my god, I need to get ready for work. I wanna. Well, it's a Second Life job.
Yeah. We are base 25. It's 30 waves total.
Maybe less if that one person would actually vote.
Yeah. I still want to know who that person is, because obviously if they're AFK, we don't need them. Still.
Can we get them an AFK penalty?
I'm sure we could.
No, we can't. This is not a TFL.
Oh wait, you can say something like this?
Someone is AFK, pretty sure.
Or they're just choosing not to vote because it's pissing everybody off.
Or they just have no clue about voting.
That could be too, yeah.
Where am I and why am I here? Ah, that's where I am.
They probably could be focused on just shooting everything and thinking, I hope it ends, I want my points.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a big freaking window in the middle of your screen in front of everything else, with 2 buttons and you can't
Well,
click anything
especially
else
when
on it.
everyone's asking, who's not voting? Who's not voting? Alright.
Yep, the last 5 waves.
Loading sequences and 2 people.
2 people now. 1 person.
One. Yeah,
Same
it's
person
same-
again.
Frost, is that you?
Yeah, same. Someone switched the level to end. Yes, that's probably Frost.
It would never be me.
The fact is you don't deny very well.
I'm not the one. I'm the one messing around, but I'm not the one I caused.
Oh my god, there is actually someone AFK then.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
How lame. And also how ingenious, because this is getting very tedious, this many waves.
Ooh, the board!
Oh,
Oh.
Tommy gun!
I know I forgot what gun I forgot to bring. Uh-oh.
Just replicate a frequency modulator.
I already have one, but yeah. But it's a lot easier with the TR-116, because I don't have to then. Mind you, with all the drones and mortars I have, it pretty much just could sit here too. Mortar, turrets.
Oh, and by the way, DT, you also want the power healing crystal and the medic off for even more people.
Yeah.
But make sure it's the medic, not the EMH, because you don't want freaking EMHs.
Why not? What's wrong with the EMHs?
2 things. 1, they actually have a worse AI than the medic.
Oh yeah.
And 2, if you trigger them in an area where an environmental suit is required, medics bring an environmental suit. EMH just die.
EMH just bursts into flames usually.
Yep.
He's a
I
hologram.
have no idea how a hologram can suffocate, but the EMH manages it.
Whatever.
I've seen burst into flames on the Gura.
Yeah.
So get your bag of marshmallows out
a
and
hologram bursts into flames.
you're
I'm
not,
pretty sure they fucked up the code again.
you're not looking at the big picture. When he bursts into flame, get the marshmallows out and have a weenie roast.
Yeah, except he immediately disappears.
Well, that's
That's
just bad engineering, okay? I can't help you there.
The only time you get Bernie stuff is when you go to Grathor. But the buddies, they are still running around and talking with you, so it's kind of weird.
They adapt to the agony field? I don't think they do.
They kinda do, kinda don't. The agony field is a fabrication, therefore it's an entity of its own, and gets its own adaptation adapting. So they can adapt to it. Problem is it despawns before they get enough stacks. And then you place a new one, and that one they can adapt to that one as well, but they have to start from scratch.
Apparently they don't adapt to psionics either.
Well, they might not be able to adapt to psionics.
Which makes these crystal prisms useful.
Well, actually, the crystals are once again entities of their own. You would need to check if they got the adapted buff on them. Because that's not you, it's the crystal that gets the debuff.
No.
I think you should go see a doctor with all that farting.
It's not funny, it's blowing my freaking nose.
I know. I was just.
He's teasing you.
I'll have to get a list of all this stuff because, yeah, having a Klingon army beam down is just seems too appealing right now.
One-man army?
Yep.
Maybe even get the holy decoys.
Oh, that could be. Well, I know I actually should go put the. Since I can get it, I should go put the freaking Shard of Possibilities on him.
Yeah, it's a good thing that that Raptor comes with anti-proton weapons against Borg.
Yeah.
Borg don't like those.
They'll still adapt to that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really like lightning because the lightning resist starts at almost 0. So you do a ton of damage when you start out.
Yeah, I got this Sompac lightning.
That one has too much cooldown, for my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't afford the lightning balls on this guy right now, so.
If you have the actually, yeah, the chain counter capacitor is, in my opinion, the best lightning module that's currently out. The ball lightning is great, but the chain counter capacitor allows you to run around while you're using it. And with a 6.5, with, I think the default cooldown is 8 seconds. At 8 seconds cooldown minus whatever cooldown reduction you have is probably about between 6 and 7 seconds cooldown. Yeah. I think you can see why having a 6-target chain lightning that deals between 400 and 500 damage to each target with a 6 to 7 second cooldown can be freaking insanely good. And that's before you boost with abilities and whatnot.
Yeah, the only thing I should do if I really want to screw around is I should put the plasma feedback cascade so it looks like I'm covered in lightning when I start shooting lightning at people on my other character.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of that particular kit module. It's just not performing well enough.
No, it doesn't perform well at all, but it just gives you a cool visual.
Yep.
Oh crap.
GG! Okay, now we can vote end.
I want to continue.
I want to continue.
I mean, just imagine if this was. Just imagine if this was.
It's just starting to get good. Come on.
Yeah, we finally can actually see our shots impact before they vaporize. I mean, just imagine if this was like Sompax where you can essentially go infinite.
I know. I gotta get set up for a big Sompek run on a few characters.
Oh, come on. Alright.
Another one in 5 minutes? I will have so many colony provisions on this tune.
You showing another one in 5 minutes? Oh my god.
I'm just stepping mine in the coffer right now because...
Can I dump in the coffer?
Well, let's take the explosive drone out of the dump bank.
Well, the battery can go in. The battery's empty for some reason.
Take my TR-116 out.
I have to go. I'll be back with it later, hopefully.
Oh, likely excuse.
I was here for it.
Okay, okay.
I'll tell you guys.
Fair enough.
Ore's full, so you can't do that, but you can dump everything else.
God.
Yeah, I just did.
I gotta hop out because I gotta get ready for work.
Take it easy, buddy.
See ya.
See you guys later.
You can even dump some batteries in a project. There's a project that needs another what's it? 100k, 104k.
Well, let's try the explosive drone instead of the agony field. Yeah, I like that idea.
If you wanna be really nasty, I mean, currently I think the highest DPS that you can get onto the field would be the agony field, the crystal prism, and the ball lightning.
Yeah, I don't have the crystals, so I can't do that one.
And for the funds of it, I need to see if I have the. Nah, I know I don't have the money for an adept. Sorry, for an assimilate. I mean.
Speaking of adept, hang on.
Adept is really nice, but unfortunately, it has a broken cooldown. Well, unfortunately, I say the cooldown resets to 0, which means if you got the Borg combat structure kit module, a kit frame, you can place those combat structure in about 2-second intervals.
Yeah, I know. What kit frame do I have? Starfleet Frontier. Okay. Well, what does the Starfleet Frontier one do?
That one has a 12.5% chance to place a turret, I think.
Yeah.
Or is it only the engineer one? No, that's
Turret fabrication too.
For engineers, yep. For me, I think it's a medical buff, and for techs, they get a rally cry.
Yeah. Where's the exchange on the colony again?
If you
I'm by the bank.
go up the stairs.
Okay.
If you go up the stairs, then you when you're up on the stairs, go to the right, and directly around the corner is a store. That is the exchange.
Exchange officer. There we go.
Good.
It's
It's a little bit hidden, but not too badly.
Be right back.
modules adept.
I think for this one, assimilate would probably be the most fun one.
Oh, that's what I want. Assimilate. That's the one.
I mean, adept is really freaking amazing. I just wish it didn't have a broken cooldown.
Oh, I need to buy one anyways because I'm gonna plan on using it for my liberated Borg. So.
Yeah, I really also love Resist is Futile.
So.
I actually intend to combine Resist is Futile, Agony Field, and the Disco Phaser Rifle, the Combat Assault Drone, and whatever else I can find that does phaser damage into one build, because the Agony Field already reduces phaser resist by 120 points. 40 points per ticks up to stacks up to 120 points, and combined with the 120 from the Agony. Combined with the 150 from the Resistance Futile, that means you nerf your enemy's phaser resistance by 270 points. And minus 270 points means you fart in that direction with even the tiniest of Mark 1 phasers, and they probably vaporize.
Pretty likely. Yep.
And combine that with the Discovery Phaser Rifle, because that's the highest damage weapon currently in the game. Or highest DPS, to be exact. And Agony Field as DPS anyways. And maybe some drones or something else for the rest. Yeah. For example, the Combat Assault drone for whenever you shoot your gun, you shoot a phaser blast as well.
Those in the coffers. Stick those in the coffers.
Yep.
I just thought of a good Klingon fleet name.
Huh?
The Imperial House of Pancakes. Duffy gets it.
Why don't you contribute the batteries directly to the upgrade that is running?
Because I didn't think of that.
Okay. It's just I saw you put it in the coffer, and I was just like, why don't you put it in the renewable energy sources 5? It needs like 100,000 batteries.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Ed!
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed. Hi. Hi, DT. Duckthorn. DT.
He went for never mind.
For the next round, then I would you to do the roof, cause my DPS guy here is not available for that for a while, till tomorrow actually.
You know, things are so slow. I can just camp up there and wait. I'm just sitting
Yeah,
there,
we're not having issues anywhere else. So I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's currently really relaxed to handle this.
It really
Yeah,
has been.
the only hard job is getting the people, stopping people from running around like puppies. Everybody makes suggestions, and it's the usual, just managing like kittens or puppies a bit.
Yeah, well, I would probably simply call in the team leaders and tell them, recruit your 5 people, pick a generator, and make sure your people stay there.
Even that is, what do you think have I been doing for about 30 minutes before they actually start doing that? Huh?
Okay. Okay, I'm used to EVE Online, where you actually are expected to have that responsibility and to do the fucking job good.
And if you have good enough people here, you can throw me on your team, and I'll guard the place for you.
Finally, I got enough dilithium to actually buy something on the colony.
Dilithium.
Only question is, what do I want to buy?
Oh, that's good to know. Apparently, if the explosive drone doesn't find a target, it explodes in your face. That's good.
Yeah, it explodes over 20 seconds.
I don't think you're going to have a problem with the drone finding somebody to hug here.
No. Well, it may not find someone fast enough is the problem, but
It still explodes, and it explodes over 20 seconds and has a 15-second cooldown, so who cares? Just summon the next one before it explodes anyways.
it's just the idea of it exploding in your face, you know?
Yeah. Picky,
Avery,
picky.
how's it going, buddy? Avery, the 2D goddess. Like I said, 15 or 20 people, we're not having too much of an issue.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we could drop it down to 3 per generator.
It's there we have one fleet map invasion. I really miss the real hardcore colony players like Katsumi, Persia, and co. Darkthorn,
Yep.
you are unteamed at the moment.
Right. I'll go back to where I was, get teamed, and then run back. Too bad there's nobody around here.
Yeah, I'm coming back in a moment. I just wanted to get a better weapon.
Oh, no worries. I'm going to go hang. Nobody's around there. I'll head back towards where you are. We get a team going, and then I'll just go hang around on the roof.
much tin do we have? 1,200? How much is that? Crystal barrier of death pack is 8,000. Okay.
So which generator are we skipping?
First, I first want the generators to sing out so that I can see where abandoning is. Just it will be 2 or it will be 4. Just have to look now. For at the moment, generator 2 has 2 or 5. So I think I will send SG2 to SG4.
Okay. Musin is secretly still here. Secret's out, Musin. Secret's out. He's supposed to be working. Nobody tell anybody.
Okay.
There, I'm on a team now. I just gotta figure out if I...
Although you said it was a Second Life job, didn't you, Musin? I won't tell anybody there. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Can someone from SG3 look what we have at SG4?
I think I can leave the 3 of you guys. Bad SG.
Yes, SG2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now I would say stay here and then leave if you. Actually, yeah, you're 150 meters away.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a run for that one. I'll hang around until we get things straightened out. Then we'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Russ, do you have a healer at SG2?
Yeah, we do.
That is, I could send one of my DPSs and I would be here with 2 DPSs and Zemi and the mix one, and we could risk it.
Yeah, sounds fine
Take
with
the
me.
chance.
I mean, I'm not team
Okay.
leader, but
Who is your team leader?
Lily Marquette. At Zuset, whatever.
Lily Market. Okay. I will send.
It's musical people. Dun, dun, dun.
Lily is also the one that's the healer, so yeah.
Yeah.
SG2, sorry. Right? You are SG2.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
She tried it too.
Yeah, no problem, music. I make it a point to basically never go to Second Life anymore, so don't worry about it. I'm not gonna rat you
Never
out.
been there. Don't think I'm going. Don't think I'm going to go there.
Yeah, I checked it out once because someone suggested I should, and I went, why am I doing this?
Pi, got your invite.
Thank you.
What is your role? DPS or healing?
I'm DPS.
That's great. So I'll send you to. Let me look. SG2.
And let me just find it. And SC2 is.
It's on the left side, the leftmost one.
Yeah, leftmost one.
Okay.
That means CT can go on the roof.
Yep.
Didn't show me the thrust behind it all? Probably not, but you know what? It was actually the marketing of Second Life that threw me off, whereas go in there and it's like, you pay $7 for a t-shirt, and it's like, I can do that in real life.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that you can earn money there, but...
Okay, SG2 is 4 or 5. SG1. How is SG3? DT?
I'll go over and take a look. I was on SG2.
I'm standing on. I'm with Rasul here. I see
2.
There's nobody at 3. Nobody.
Yeah, I've heard good things for role players on there, but
That is bad. We need it.
Yeah. I'm running over to 4 now.
well, it's not just ERP there, Avery. It's all sorts of role playing, but mostly ERP. Yeah.
And at the very, very end here, I see one person.
So at SG4 it's just one person.
Yeah. 3 has
okay.
nobody.
Okay, we need a healer at SG3 and some people.
I need a healer and like a DPS person, or I can.
Oh, thanks, Avery. I appreciate that.
Lexa, okay, Lexa's, currently you are at what generator? Okay.
Face to face. Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Okay. Kenan just came over to 3.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. I mean, I can heal. I'm a scientist. I can heal, but I can't give a temporary hit points. But it should be enough for the amount of damage that we've seen so far.
So you got DPS person over at 3. I'm gonna go see what you have over at 4.
We need one at SG3. We need a team at SG3, a functional one.
Right.
Because I would like to do as these 3. Okay, SG3 has now 2 of. Okay.
And at 4 we have a side person hiding out and attack person, so
Okay. I send you a DPS. I assume.
it wants me back over at SG2.
All right. I figured it.
And SG2 will. I really. Okay, SG2 is complete full. That's it. All we have to care for now is SG3, and SG4 will be abandoned.
Yeah.
That works.
They can probably cover us if the SG4 people go to 3. They should get it. They should have it covered. There should.
Please do not.
Yeah.
We are going for 3 generators now.
Yeah.
1.
You have
3,
2 people. You have 2 people over at
2.
4.
Yeah. And I now call abandon SG4, head over to SG3.
Okay. That works.
And somebody's flown around here.
And if you can find the person that's AFK, then we should kick them from the map.
Yeah, it really should.
Okay, I will pick back my.
Okay, it looks like you're at Tar. Lexers is going up to the roof.
Right.
Which left freaking 3 alone again. Jeez. That's it.
Okay.
I would make one recommendation. Ask all the teams to give team leader to the people that are here in voice chat. Then have each of the people here in the voice chat head one of the teams, and then you can simply literally tell us where to go.
Would be helpful, but
I'm standing at 3 right now, apparently by myself, and I just left the SG2 team. So.
Do you want a beer, Ed? Just curiosity.
not at the moment. Would make coordination even more difficult because what the heck is he telling me? Okay.
Well, at least then you'd have beer. I'm kidding, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. I send you a semi-healer. Duffy,
What's up?
head over to SG3 and now you are healing resource and needed as healer.
Alright.
And I release you. Head over.
Question, where is SG3?
Just
other
on
side-
the other
just-
side of the colony building.
Just look for me, Duff.
Yeah, look for a Jason Kane.
No, Caden. Jason.
Okay. Okay, then look for a Caden. Probably an ugly guy.
Well, that's not very nice. Come on.
Well, he is Klingon, though.
A good-looking Klingon. The ladies say so all the time.
Basically, look for the guy on my friends list. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now going for map.
At the top of the colony, you said, right?
No, just the other side of the colony. When you're looking at the map, just the first generator at the right side of the colony.
Oh, I see it. I see it now. Shortcut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And
Okay, we are 4. SG3. Grab Duffy into your team.
Iratar is the team leader, so
Poke him with a stick.
yeah.
It's Lex, right?
Yeah.
Colony invasions are a fun little kind of 20-man thing that happens on the colony world, and sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's chaotic. It's chaotic to set it up, as you can hear.
Yeah, that's it. It's the management is the hard job. Everything else is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I do the host.
Every time I'll stay with the team until I hear alerts, and I'll run up to the roof.
Yeah. Okay.
Take care of it. So you got your DPSer for roof duty.
Okay, and I start the same invasion as we had in the beginning. No, when Kathy involved, I think that would be a good idea not to have them with the peak damage.
Relax, come on. Relax.
You can right-click him and request to be invited into the team. What is his name in chat or whatever?
Don't launch yet. I'm not teamed yet.
Yeah, if you're not in his team, just right-click him and request to be invited into the team.
Just did. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're good.
Yeah, the request thing is really nice.
And launching, and we see how it goes.
Worst case, you can use a generator or two and still have the others.
Yeah. Worst case, everybody can fall on 2 generators, and we got it. But it's not. It's not as fun.
And on 2 generators also does not work with more than 10 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The trick is we have less than 15, so we can do 3. More than 15, it's okay. Now launching.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, for each faction of 5 people, we need 1 generator.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'll give us a dirty one.
Got a big enough field there?
Oh, give me a couple seconds. Who needs a couple seconds?
Ignore it. Just started. The first couple waves are easy anyways.
No one likes a slacker.
Okay, I have not picked an easy one actually. I picked some and see how we do.
Okay. Who doesn't like a challenge? Come on now.
Place your bets. Place your bets.
The shield generators can only be repaired when lit up. And they only light up when enemies are near.
Well, that's going to be a problem. Nothing's going to get close, damn it.
Yeah.
I have the Klingon pentagram of death set up here. We're all set now.
We got 2 of them set up here.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
by the way, here our Master of Puppet is running just on his gaming keyboard and doing AOE damage.
Oh, species 8472. Oh, fancy.
No,
Oh, no, that's...
M113s.
Yeah.
Salt vampires.
Finally, I can complete that achievement.
Yeah, I miss the old Romulan mine.
Well, I missed Starbase 24 too, but
You don't get extra points for goofing around. Finish them off.
oh, you don't get drones from these guys.
Oh, they refuse to be assimilated. How
Well, I guess if they're
nasty.
vampires, they're technically already dead, right?
Well, their lifesteal are not really vampires.
Oh no, I did get a drone. Okay, never mind. I take that back. I must not have assimilated that one fast enough.
Okay, putting another energy drink cartridge into the injection.
I think that's what it is. The little bolt or whatever from the module isn't hitting them fast enough to assimilate them.
These bastards aren't living long enough to be assimilated.
Not living long enough to be hit by this simulation, but yeah.
Oh yeah, big
I
one.
got
this
that
time.
one. I got that one. There you go. And that one's creepy.
It's called Assault Vampire, what did you expect?
It looks like a
Got-
wampa.
It's got a big mama salt
Looks like a
vampire.
freaking wampa.
You don't get extra points for goofing around. Finish them off.
You are essentially malnourished Wookiees, right?
Kill the Wookiee, kill the Wookiee, kill the Wookiee.
Alright. Medical generator down.
Is anyone else getting annoyed that he's calling us out on goofing around when we're killing them before they can finish spawning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't pay you to goof
mean-
around. What are you doing up there, buddy?
You don't get extra points for goofing around. Finish them off.
They're already dead. In that whole fish of the North Star mode. You're already dead.
Welcome to my army of drones.
Your soul now belongs to me.
Oh, didn't get that one fast enough.
You have defeated 100 specimens of Ben 113.
Oh, I assimilated Lex.
What?
Lex became an enemy for briefly, and I shot the assimilating module at him. Lex, don't die. Please don't die.
I don't know. I think he's under your control if he does.
Oh, okay, that's
Lex,
fine.
okay, Lex,
By
you can die now.
intent that we, is it by intent that we don't cover 4?
Sorry?
The health on generator 4.
Yeah, we're not covering 4 because we're shorthanded.
Opinion, healer character, and gaming keyboard.
Oh, is that the guy that's not voting? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's...
Fair enough, we didn't know.
Who? What?
I thought some guy was like actually AFK. I was like, really? All is now forgiven. All is now.
Except we have somebody else who's not voting now.
Frost. Oh, he left. Can't be him.
I mean, this would be an easy way to farm fleet credits, essentially.
Yeah, but it will not suffice without real support for long.
Watch out for enemy mortar fire. Hit him from behind.
Oh, Tholians. Okay, I won't get drones for these guys, but that's okay.
Try anyway, because why not?
Well,
Right?
the thing does damage anyway, so yeah.
Yep.
Because wouldn't a Tholian be fun as a drone?
Oh, I got do cold damage against Thodians. I'm pretty sure they love that.
Oh yeah, they love that. They really don't like it when you go down their cave with a cryo cannon.
I'm having the endothermic induction field.
He's in tight. He's on tight again.
Thanks, but yeah.
He's on tight again.
God damn!
As I said, if my does energy acts up, it really acts up.
Yeah, apparently. He's on
Just
tight.
warn us if you see a brain come out.
I think my lung comes first.
Well, if your lung comes out first, it's taking your heart with it, man.
I mean, my ribcage is already starting to ache from the exhaustion.
I imagine.
From these,
Lexus, let the people do their job.
Oh, is he saying something?
SG2 is having trouble as well. That's not trouble yet, dude.
the only reason we're having call it trouble is because we can't heal them and they're all dead.
Just, some people, for some people, 90% healthy is going to die!
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my bed generator's down, so...
recovered generators from 25% and all was cool.
Let me put it this way: I got to heal that. I got the trait that when I heal someone that's too low hit points, I heal them for a third of their max health. So the moment that generator goes down a little bit below 50%,
Yo.
I'm really relaxed.
The Lexus is
He panics prematurely, yeah.
Overly helpful.
You know, so far no calls to go kill a mortar.
Well, we already had one water at least.
No, the rooftop ones.
Oh, they come later. I think they come wave 10, 15.
It came earlier than that. First one I had, there was like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean the in the second when we got the second or the third skull already.
It's random, but
Oh, it's random. Okay.
yeah. From what I gathered, it's pretty random when they decide to beam somebody up on the roof.
It's at round 10, round 20, and round 30. That's the roof. So usually, if you it's cool and relaxing if a damage dealer goes to roof at 9 or 19.
Looks like we're pretty good here. I'm gonna start heading up and get ready.
You go up. We'll stay here.
Yeah.
And when this thing appears, I'll call the army to kill it. We got serious throwing out the agony field now. I see this.
Yes, Lexus command the obvious. Yes, Lexus, call him Captain Obvious.
I'm not seeing what he's saying. What is he saying?
Now ST4 is down, and of course that calls for a command after you see the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I shoot Tolians and I'll be happy.
It's
All right.
fine.
That's down.
And I.
Headed back.
Yeah.
Leave you guys for a minute. Y'all start falling apart on me, man. Can't.
Oh shoot!
Ouch. That hurt.
Something hit me hard.
Yeah, I just lost half my health in one hit.
All right.
Man, I go up to go kill one freaking thing for artillery, and you guys all go crazy on me, man.
Why is he trying to quick fix Gen 4? What the hell? Okay, whatever.
Just let Lexus. It kind of a vocal noise generator sometimes.
Yeah.
Well said, Ed. Well said. I put it in team chat, and I'm sitting there like, why are you doing that? Like, we're abandoning that one. Like, whatever.
Who are we killing? Oh, Breen. I
Hey!
just froze a cold Breen.
I can get I can
Goals.
get drones from them.
I have a question. You go far enough. If you kill Breen too fast, do you get brain freeze?
No, you give them the cold shoulder.
That's right. All right.
It's annoying that they die so fast that they can't even trigger the heal on the generator.
I know.
Yeah, that's why the photonic barrier is so cool. It keeps the incoming damage delayed the same way. That I faster can't do enough damage to poke the temporary hit points, and
Yeah.
but
Watch out for enemy mortar fire. Hit him from behind.
okay, we have a mortar, and it's Yeah, sending drones and hopefully. Yeah, Echo Pakpa and security escorts did it. And maybe the Quantum Mortar.
Yep, and the generator's almost healed again.
I put my med gen right beside it, so.
Yeah. Well, yours is different.
You're at a different group. We're at a different group than where Grizzle is.
Yeah, I'm talking about SG2.
Yeah. That's where
Yeah,
I'm
we're
at.
SG3.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have enough drones at SG3. Just saying.
Yeah. We need to assimilate. All right, I'm going to stop putting these things down. Just start assimilating people.
I mean, we don't even have crystal prisms here at SG2. We just got an Agony Field. Which kinda has the same effect. Everything dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you can set up a full automatic damage dealer, I guess, with power crystals, Baul obelisks, and agony modulator. Then
Throw
just
in
blend
the ball lightning. Yeah, throw in the ball lightning.
Yeah, and then your gaming keyboard is a nice mate.
Yeah, if you're particularly
Hard to say
funny,
so, but that's it.
if you're really particularly funny, also add the Protomatter drone. And then simply
But
stay
it's-
next to the generator and do everything alone.
Protomatter drone is
Can't hear the generator.
yeah, but not when it comes to peak damage.
Yeah. It's still a nice bonus.
Have any of these Breen given up their souls to you now?
Some of them.
Hit this captain.
I hit his first mate, but yeah.
It's
Okay.
funny
He's
that I'm
dead.
freezing the brain.
I got 2 that round.
There's a straggler. Another captain.
Yeah, I got a scientist.
All right.
I'm not being picky. I'm just grabbing him.
Kill them all!
I mean, they're basically just cannon fodder anyways, so who cares?
Yeah.
And an extra gun, what they are.
Other captain. Oh, he's gone. I shot him in the back.
That's the best way.
Shoot them with the everything, that's what also
Died.
counts?
Good Klingon way.
Shoot them with the everything. That also counts, right?
Well, there's
Yeah.
a reason why I shot him in the back. His back was to me.
Yeah. As Garrick says, it's the safest way.
Yep. Where's that water?
Sure.
Oh,
continue.
SG3 is having trouble.
Not really.
Really? We are?
No.
Rex, really? Oh no.
The moment enemies get close enough to it so it can actually heal, it's fine again.
Yeah.
The issue isn't healing. The issue is being able to actually heal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the issue is nothing lives long enough to trigger the healing.
Though I'm still kind of amused by the fact that the shield generators don't have shields.
Yeah.
But then that might make it too easy, wouldn't it?
I would
course.
put armor plating on them at least. Come on.
Yeah, I would definitely armor them up, put a shield gen on it, and put a couple turrets around them.
Well, there are turrets around here, so.
Well, there's enough.
Yeah, but not turrets that actually do a proper job of defending it. More like they poke at things and fail.
There's enough mountains around. Can we just like bury it in the mountain?
Yeah, just dig a hole in this cliffside here,
Yeah.
push it in a couple of meters, and call it reinforce the roof so
Yeah.
it can't be bombed too easily.
Exactly. Oh, hi. Oh, no, he's dead before I can assimilate him. Okay, that's too bad.
Yeah, we got Orions now. You can assimilate.
Oh, I can, but if they're dying way too fast, so...
Yeah.
Give it a couple more rounds when the tough ones actually decide to show up.
Yeah.
Or just stay closer to one of the spawn points. So you don't have as much flight time for the assimilate.
Yeah, it's alright.
I just got myself an accolade. What was that?
Probably killing Orions.
100 killing Orions, yes.
You
Wave
murderer!
17. I'll head back up on 20, so.
A
Killing my
setback for
own
the pleasure industry.
Killing my own species.
That's alright. We won't tell anybody.
Humans do that all the time. It's called killing parents.
This is the way.
The way is Cardassian, sorry.
No, Mandalorian, man.
Cardassian would be the true way.
Same difference.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah, I ended up getting one. Oh, he disappeared right away. Hell. Well, that's interesting. They only last during the wave.
So
No,
you
he's still
get
standing there.
you get shot.
I can still target him. He's still standing here.
Yeah, but he'll disappear before the next... Oh, no, he's still there. Okay.
He reappeared. He came back from Nirvana or wherever he went. Do they have a mortar?
Not anymore.
Ah, that was no, we still have a mortar. It's still shelling us.
Oh, you have a different one. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
I got an enforcer.
I don't have a sniper rifle, so I don't have the range for that. Dang.
Yeah, it was interesting. I pulled an orbital strike on the cover shield for that mortar, but you killed it before you even called in the orbital strike. Hi, Mr. Enforcer. You're also mine. Thank you. Welcome to my collective. Please shoot things till you die. Thank you.
19.
I can't even remember how many waves are there.
30.
30.
30. Six rounds of 4 waves. 5 waves. Well,
Yeah, 5 waves. Okay.
I exploited the civilians of my own species. Well, I'm a Orion female, that's normal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
AKA, I just got the kill accurate.
Generator 3 is going down.
Obviously.
Oh, no.
What is it?
I'm going up for the next wave.
Yeah, sure.
What's the med generator, Ariel?
Though I must say I really miss having a mortar of my own. I still don't get it. Why the heck is a mortar or a drone engineer only? It's a freaking autonomous device. I can simply put it down and ignore it afterwards. Why can't it be used by other people?
Alright, that's done.
'Cause that's the way
Come
they
back.
designed the game. Oh, only.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of classes or levels. There are better options.
But the same argument, how come every class can't use grenades? Because it's just a grenade, you throw it. Right?
Yeah. In my opinion, they should. Everything that is device-based should essentially be a freaking device. Or a kit module that everyone can use. Either one.
Yeah.
Your shield generator is below half health.
And in my opinion, everything should be usable by everyone. But for example, if a non-scientist try to use, say, medical tricorder, they could, but they would only get significantly less benefit from it because they don't have the medicine skill or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it. I would simply make skills that boost certain areas of activity.
Folks, how is it at Generator 3?
Because they're not getting close enough to activate the healing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to drop over for real quick and?
I'll send you some assistance.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a couple real heals, not just.
Well, the problem really isn't healing it, it's just their...
I mean, to get it back up again. That's what I meant.
You need quick heal.
I got medical tricorder and the traits.
Now really start using them. I will send you a scientist of mine for assistance anyway, so...
Okay.
Because we are not in problems at all.
Okay. In that case, I stay as SG2.
Alright, guys. Get close good. Yeah, it still didn't trigger it. What the hell?
It has a lot of hit points, so it seems it might be very slow.
No, the healing things aren't going off.
Yeah, but you really need...
Now it's healing, yeah.
You really need some peak heals for the end of the rounds, especially if Darks need to do Roofer. That is...
Yeah. Having a scientist with a medical tricorder helps a lot.
Yeah.
So it seems to be recovering, so it's fine.
Just, we just have to keep the thing alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, one hit point is fine, so long as it keeps that one hit point.
Yeah, but I would not go that far down to low, especially as it will get really noisy in zone chat.
No, it's not on purpose, I can assure you that one.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I set up my hotkey so that I can pin something and then simply hit the hotkey and heal the select and then heal the pin thing. That makes healing stuff significantly easier.
I'll make sure nothing gets close while I'm here.
I'm going to
But yeah,
assume...
it's recovering nicely.
I'm going to assume you can't use the Pablo crystal to heal it.
It's not in your team. Power crystal heals your team. It's not part of your team.
Okay, fair enough.
Which is also why Triage does nothing, because Triage again is team only.
Yeah.
You can, however, put a nanite health monitor on it.
Actually, I could do this.
I mean, it's almost healed.
Yeah.
I could also put down a cover shield to protect it from one side.
Yeah,
have the
but
buff
cover
for-
shield has the small problem. It's also pulling aggro
Yeah.
for AOE stuff, and yeah.
Yeah. Unless you got the DOF for cover shield gives damage resistance, and a good one of those, I wouldn't place a cover shield. It's usually worth... Oh, actually we got quite a bit of smashy there.
Really,
2 token beating. The
Yeah, I'm gonna heal it up in the next wave, it's fine.
all right.
Lexus, cover shield got you stuck. How nice.
Sorry, Alexa.
Yeah, the waves are too short, I can only get 1 or 2 heals off.
Okay. I'll put the cover shield over here then.
But just don't use it.
I put it by the beach. It's nowhere near the generator.
Ah, okay, yeah. The stream has a bit of a delay. Essentially decoy.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna focus all the AoE, let's focus it there, right?
Right.
That's an idea.
Whether it'll work or not is a, you know, another story, but... Got a mortar somewhere, I think. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, it's just the Rysian ground effects.
Yeah.
Can I simulate the War Master? Nope, apparently not.
The last vote for this round.
Yay!
Yep. Yep.
Well, second to last vote. We got the fake vote in the end.
Yeah.
I'll drop before when we're about to hit 20. I'll drop the away team down here to give you some extra cover.
We are 25.
Yeah, I know. When
Yeah,
we're about to hit 30, yeah, I'll drop the extra. I'll drop the away team down here to give you extra cover.
Ooh, Krenim.
Better one than Cathy and Arconians. in my
yeah.
opinion.
With this character, I agree. With my main, well, who cares?
Yeah, when I'm playing Jason, it's like,
Bring him on. Yep.
Yeah, with the full
feel the
lightning,
lightning!
with a full lightning build, a lot of issues simply go away.
And sparkly death.
It's in, yeah.
Try this theory again, see if it actually worked.
Warrior is happy back with me, so
Oh, that's the module I should be using. I should be using the kid drone. Or the,
Yeah. I got both the drones, so...
Yeah, I got them both too, but I don't like them.
I was more thinking the healing aura from the one would help healing the generator too.
What's the name? The one that can split into multiple parts?
No,
Each of those parts
no,
is
the other one.
way too little. It's it's essentially any single kit module. Let me put it this way: the engineers support drones do about 20 to 40 DPS depending on your build and how long they live. The drone that can split apart does about 2 DPS.
That wasn't the one I was talking about.
And the other one, yeah, it's situational. If you have a fabrication heavy build, then sure. Otherwise, nah.
No, but their healing aura would also stack with the medical generator. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
For
Probably.
healing the generator.
Yeah. It's only his fabrication. Not sure if it counts as a fabrication, because if it is a fabrication, you can't heal it with a medical generator.
The shield generators are more limited, so they don't react on quick fix at all. And
Yep.
so,
They're alive.
Yeah. A very confusing life form, but this.
Yeah. That's why I can actually heal them with my science stuff.
Go Cybertronian, that's it.
Yeah, they're not even sired, because you can't target them with quick fix or other fabrication only stuff.
Wave 29. Roof ahead.
Yeah. Wave team called down here, so...
They will certainly do what they can, yes.
Yeah.
I can't simulate these guys.
If they live long enough, you can. It's the live long enough part that might be an issue.
No, the drones. They turned one of my drones against me.
Alright, I'm headed up now. Feels like a dirty trick to go throw crystal turrets around here.
Yeah, the crystal turrets are freaking insanely good.
I know.
I'm just not willing to spend freaking $60 for them.
I have them from the TFO for free. Lucky me.
Same here.
Yeah, I wish I could slap City for that. Because I freaking want them.
For enemy mortar fire. Hit him from behind. He's got a targeting device on the upper floor. Take care of him, or else.
Clear, headed back down.
I love it when you click a freaking button and nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, your generator 3 is definitely getting hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Doing what I can.
You need a better scientist.
I have one.
Okay, we are 3. I'm heading over to.
I think we're okay.
It's just now, that does not cost me anything, except my tune is jogging, so no trouble taken. And makes life easier.
Yeah, I think it was more a matter of we just weren't taking out the feedback generators fast enough.
Okay.
Oh, we lived. We lived.
Yeah, it lived. Didn't even have the guy going complaining about it. So
Not yet. He'll complain about it next.
yeah. No, it won't. We're done.
Oh, okay.
DT, could you take over hosting?
Yeah, I've still got some dailies I still got to do, but yeah, I can.
Or I call it that was our last one,
I
because
think
it's now 3:45, and
Yeah.
Okay, this time I'm actually going to put stuff in the project.
So am I.
Yeah, I'll do in a little bit. I'm taking a short bio break. Be right back.
Yeah, we'll get some more later, because right now it's all good.
No, if I put them in the coffers, can't you move the ones out of the coffers into the projects?
Yeah,
Or?
I can move the
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
in the
yeah, we
coffers.
can,
Okay.
You can put them in the coffer or whatever you want.
Okay.
It was just, since you're already putting them in, I was just like, well, put them in the coffer if you
Okay.
can put them directly.
I have a major amount of ore I got to dump somewhere,
Yeah. Good.
because the coffer is full. See what the Armada's got. Full. Full.
All right.
Full. Don't even have anything up to frickin' put ore in.
All right.
Sons of Becklith. DT.
Armada.
Sons of
Mechlith.
Oh, Mechlith. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're full now.
Mm-hmm. I managed to
I'm back.
fill the last luxury provisions for the Eternal Defense fleet as well.
Cool.
Lithium.
Okay.
And Avengers got
And
some.
this was quite fun.
Oh, that was a blast, buddy.
Yep.
And we will be there tomorrow, I start the same time, and everybody is so welcome.
I'll bring the stream, buddy. I'll bring the stream.
I'll jump in. I may bring the Gorn for all I know.
Same back channel?
Yep, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes, indeed, it's again us.
Will the dynamic duel be doomed?
No.
Will the Joker have the last laugh?
And now I have to go for a... We'll be back in a minute.
And since I'm already down there, why don't I go do the projects as well, or the small task as well?
Yeah.
Quartermaster.
Well, now my game is lagging, but
Okay. So what's the difference?
um,
I'm just asking, what's the difference between
The game
Game
running
lag.
normal and the game lagging?
it's lagging more than it usually does. There, Pi.
Ah, okay.
I know it is laggy all the time, but
Especially if you're Pi. It's like it doesn't like him for some reason.
oh, it's because he's living in Narnia. I know.
Yeah.
Narnia got bad Wi-Fi?
Nah. Actually, my internet speed got upgraded the other day.
So you ran the cable over to Sweden, did you?
Ah,
Took the swim.
300. I got 300 megabit / was it 60?
Not bad.
No.
Actually, pretty good.
Well, they can give me 1 gigabit, but I'm not gonna pay for it. And
No.
Since I'm the only person using it, then I don't see I should use 1 gigabit.
I'm debating whether I should spend another $60 a month on internet.
Well, if you're at 600 megabytes, the only reason why you would want to upgrade to a gigabyte would be if you were going to do like Twitch streaming or whatever.
Yep.
Other than that,
300 megabytes, that's more than sufficient.
Yeah.
And 660 megabit and upload.
no,
that's
just 1
more
gigabyte
than-
makes it a little bit easier, right? Just you got more bandwidth to work with, right?
True.
The theory.
Actually, I don't have to spend 60, just 30 a month, and I go to 25 megs download and 5 megs upload. Rural area, of course, where nothing's out here. Bastards.
Well, it's
And
because
you say I live in Narnia. Wow.
I live in Tatooine, so deal with it.
yeah, I was gonna say you're in the middle of a bloody desert.
Together
Yeah,
with
I
Aunt
live
Beru,
in Tatooine, so
with
I-
Aunt Beru.
yeah,
And
and blue milk, and if there's a bright and shining spot of the universe, I'm in the exact opposite place of it.
I was gonna say Jakku, but I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah, Jakku has stuff. Mind
Yeah.
you, it's junk, but
Yeah, I was gonna say broken
Yeah.
stuff. Sure.
It has the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I did that. That was junk. So
But it did in 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
the Millennium Falcon, it did the Kessel Run in 14 parsecs. 12.
Yeah, still not quite sure how you can measure the time it takes to do a certain distance by using a distance unit.
it's Star
basic-
Wars. It's Star Wars. That's all you need.
They kind of explained it. The trick of the Kessel Runs to do it in the shortest distance possible. Because it's just a huge nav hazard. That's
Yeah,
all they
okay. Okay, so essentially they fucked up and then retconned it so it works.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's Star Wars. Enough said.
Yeah. It's Star Wars. You have you have laser swords that block other lasers.
Like if you want
Actually,
Star,
yeah, I still think there was other plasma tubes, but yeah, and then it works.
if you want Star Wars to make sense, watch the prequels, and then you're more confused.
yeah. Like you have turbo lasers ejecting shells. If I recall.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Kind
If
of.
you consider the shells to be the gas storage for the plasma
yeah.
bloods.
Yeah, except it's a laser, so it's not plasma.
Actually, it's not. The term laser in Star Wars is an abbreviation for something else. It's not It's not a light-based weapon. It's a plasma weapon.
Yeah. All we know is that they have lousy shields, and if I was the captain of the Enterprise, beam a torpedo on their bridge. Warp 1, engage.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
I would actually use a shuttle for that. Why use the Enterprise?
Yeah. Launch a type.
Better yet.
Launch one of the Type 9s.
Better yet, just beam the shuttle in there.
Load it with a pilot and somebody to operate the emergency transporter.
A transporter has a range of 30 astronomical units. You can beam stuff onto them without them even having you on sensors.
You're right. Or they can't shoot anything past visual line of sight.
I'm at the other end of the system. I'm beaming my stuff on board of your bridge, okay? Any objections? Nope. Okay, boom.
Why even do that? Just beam their crew off into space.
Take much longer.
Not really.
Yeah, but you can keep the ship afterward.
Okay, if they can beam the entire crew off of a Klingon bird of prey, come on.
But Star Wars ships, they got ridiculous, like 10,000, which is more realistic for a ship that size. They get like 10,000.
So you do it in waves. Who's going to notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are they going to do?
Actually, they're going. Yeah, they'll do it in waves. It's like, how are you going to stop us?
We start with the command crew.
Those people have been dealing with Jedi and Sith for so long. They'll just, it's probably the space wizards again. Okay, whatever. See you later.
How do we stop it? It's Space Wizards. We're not doing shit. You want to know how to stop it? You want to know how to stop it? Easy. Open the channel. Space Wizards. We surrender.
How's it going, Ed?
According to status, our colony world itself will be ready for upgrade when we are done with the current upgrade.
Awesome.
Cool.
Have a look into status. 1,000 point missing, and those 1,000 points come from the project we are currently filling.
Nice.
Yeah, the infrastructure is going to be. Yeah, the infrastructure will be after that, which is 2,500 basically.
Though I would prefer Morrow, that actually has more XP now.
Yeah.
And that we get the cool Krenin buffs from infrastructure is, the colony weapons are comparatively meh.
Yeah. But we know we're completionists.
We will complete anything, yes, of course.
Just because seeing that little thing not done just will drive somebody nuts.
Yeah. Mostly Sov.
Yeah, Mom too, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, Lexus, I told you we know how to do it. We made it how we are now. Nice to give a report. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we'll get more tomorrow. Don't worry about it. And if we have more people in the fleet, the faster. If we have more people in the armada, the faster this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be home tomorrow, so I'll run a few and throw more in there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But as always, colonies are difficult to get running, but people are happy afterwards.
Yep.
Zen-type, by the way.
That exploding head, something you should really get rid of.
Should we just start counting and taking bets on how many times he's gonna sneeze?
You realize if he was Bajoran, they'd be pregnant.
Yeah, that's. I was just thinking that too.
Or if he was standing in front of a lot of gremlins, that would be so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get them wet. Oh, shit.
I hope you don't like gremlins. Why? Because we don't have any anymore.
Yeah.
Why am I using cannon rapid? Okay, whatever. Okay, that's changed.
What's the cooldown on those sims there? Okay.
Simulations have no cooldowns. You can run them as long as
You got the
get
people.
the people.
But how
And getting
much?
the people.
How much
That's-
does how much how many does it make? Or how many does it take to run a sim?
15.
One.
One.
You can. The rewards are growing with the number of generators.
Yeah.
So you we
We
did
really need 20.
we
Ideally,
did
you'd
run,
want 20, yeah.
run with 20 better with 20 people, 4 generators, and we did 2 ones with about 15 or a little bit less, and did 3 generators. And on 3 generators, you just get a quarter of rewards less.
Yeah.
Instead of
So the more
2,000,
people
you
you
gain about
have,
1,600.
the more
So.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have 33 tokens, invasion tokens.
33 on
KSG.
KSG, yes. 3 tokens per invasion.
Okay. So we got plenty, right?
Got enough for 10
Yes.
more, yeah. That's plenty
Yeah.
for.
Okay. But it was just because I saw that one of the projects are in cooldown or running and there's 4 hours left. So I was just thinking, should we replace that project that is 4 hours for completion and replace it with a colony invasion?
Yeah, but we can do this during the week if we see the need. That is the invasion project. The invasion tokens project just takes 8 minutes to complete and few resources. So if needed, you can pile up your stuff.
We can
on a free slot quite fast.
we can easily get a bunch of them if in lulls while people are voting.
Yeah, essentially, you can run it. You can run the invasion while you're also running the project to get the more invasions going.
Right.
Yeah. It was just because I saw that there's one project that is 4 hours for completion. And I was just thinking, should we replace that with the invasion tokens project instead?
Sure, not bad thinking, but don't need it.
No, but I just replaced it, right? Because just in case.
Alright.
I would replace it again if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Do whatever. Kill 5 Syncathy ships. Oh no.
I have to do 2 more discovery patrols on my main. Oh gee.
Do you need help or?
Nope, hi, I don't need help. I'll be doing it on Jason.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
You want
like-
help?
Well, if you guys want to do it with me, it's fine.
It was just if you needed the company.
Oh, for disco for company, then yeah, I'll do. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll get my space whiz.
Yeah, let me switch over. Let me.
Someone did get a haircut, Sav. It's finally you popped in and actually noticed. You know, you haven't been around here for a while.
Alright.
Yeah, I did
Just
it
gonna
myself.
Switch over.
Are you do? Yeah, you're doing Fed. Let me just kill 2 more Syncathy ships and I'll.
No
pop up.
problem. Yeah, I did one this morning on Jason, so I'll just do the other 2 there and be done with it.
Yeah, I got 3 to do, but I'll do the other one later on.
I'll do it. I'll run through if you guys.
Right.
I don't mind that either.
By the way, Mighty Federation brethren, would you mind to get me quickly my ship mastered? I just
Absolutely, buddy.
going to.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Freaking, we'll run like 9th roll and whatever else, and boom. That's most of it there.
No, I know, Sav. I was only kidding about that part.
I'll pop over. Do we need something specific or just bring whatever we have?
Whatever.
Just bring whatever you have. I'm not.
He's on Jason. I'm on a space wizard. We're good. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Things don't
I
live-
gather him up, he
things
blows
don't-
them up. So I mean, it works out.
Yeah. It's synergy.
Okay. Oh, my reputation projects are good. Okay, we'll do that later. I am on the rock. There we go.
I know.
I just got in, so just slap me one DT.
You want him to slap you? Okay. I mean, that's
All right.
It's an odd request,
Nah.
but I'm sure he'll be willing to do it.
And if you want to level a ship fast, I can invite you into. No biggie.
Yeah. X is here.
Go from Jemadar to brain mode.
All right. Patrols, Beta Quadrant.
Inquiry is actually a fun ship. Okay.
What do you want to do?
Well, since we're leveling a ship, how about we start with 9th roll?
Okay, I'm ready to launch.
Everybody ready for 9th roll?
Launching.
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 So how is the Inquiry class there, Sub? Because I have no intention of ever getting it.
Damn, I still need to do my heck with honor. Wow.
Well, I'll run that with you later. I have no.
The cutter is ready to assist you.
I'll just go ahead with
Whoa.
the...
Lead the way, and the sure God will follow.
I thought I could up a ship for
Okay.
Are you doing? Is carrier all yours, Duff?
Sorry?
You in that big flying wing?
No.
It's me.
Ah, I like that. That's a very pretty ship.
Yep. We'll have to equip it properly and stuff, but that, okay, that is going to be...
I like how they're dying before they get to my grab well. I just...
I just drive in. It's like, oh look, he didn't die in the grab well. I had to take care of that.
Oh, I'm still flying with a Tetrion beam from yesterday. So,
I still don't get people with Tetrion builds.
Why?
I don't know, it's just... I think his Tetrion was so useless for so long.
Oh look, Terrans.
Let me put it this way: is it preeminent? The preeminent set is a really nice tanky set that boosts Tetrion. So if you
yeah.
want something that's entry-level tank, then Tetrion is not a bad choice.
Tetran is also not bad for just have the preeminent set on an escort ship, and you have a surprisingly stable escort that is essentially, as procs are now just based on fire cycle.
Man, we're just used to making fun of Ver because he doesn't have an effective Tetrion build
Yeah.
these days.
Well, you said
That's the difference.
Yeah,
it took him a while to really start buffing Tetrion. It was just...
yeah.
Yeah, actually, okay, I got defeated, but that means I made enough Terrans upset to get the reward here.
You damaged my shields.
How dare you?
Okay, why did my temporal vortex go? Okay, there we go.
It's in the middle of the approaching Agni I threw out, and now the anti-time anomaly.
My temporal vortex didn't activate my first wave.
Yeah.
Use that in the wrong order. Okay.
They're down to a few ships. Keep up the
Not for
pressure.
long.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, I know, Sub, but this is more fun for me. There is that factor also. I like flying around.
What?
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack.
How am I under attack? There's nothing hitting me.
Well fought. Well fought.
Oh,
indeed.
probably something just left over hit you.
Twice about coming after us. Modron's on his way to a Federation.
Okay, it's nice that Modron's back to a Federation prison. Can they keep him there this time? Like,
For more than 5 minutes? It's like freaking Joker in Arkham, man.
I'm kidding.
Hello, Mr. Joker. Here's your cell. We're just going to leave the door open now.
Yeah, I mean it's the Federation and prisons.
You need one more TT or
Oh, I only need one more, but I'll run 2 for you guys.
Yeah, I
how's
would
your-
really
how's your
like
level?
to have one more.
Okay, how about Rescue and Search? That's a good XP one.
Sure.
All right, launching Rescue and Search.
Search and rescue,
Yep,
as it should be named.
it's as it should be named.
no. We actually
Yeah, but
rescued
they
first.
decided to name it that way. That's deliberate. I'm pretty sure. Just to confuse us.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Well, technically they're right. We're rescuing Kumarki, and then we're doing a search for ships. So
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
term search and rescue just sounds better.
Yep.
Because we used it, yeah.
No.
We did it. Sensors. 2 of them.
Warning, ship is under attack.
That rift's unstable. We need to hurry or those ships will make
Most rifts usually are unstable. That's why they're called rifts. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Don't apply logic to games. It doesn't work.
Apparently. Oh, that made a big shockwave. There you go.
Yeah, I still think that the depths of this game are kind of a little bit sloppy in a lot of ways.
That's one less rift to worry about. Let's
No.
start with Kumarke.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
oh no, Klingons.
Oh no, the Klingons off the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow.
Target's shields have failed.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Oh, they hit me with the engine thing.
Rear shields failing.
Yeah, you gotta be like 5k off. Or they dead.
Yeah, the freaking go away button.
Leave us alone.
I think
We're only
it's
trying to kill everybody.
yeah. I think it's science team that
75%.
Engineering.
Yes.
Shields have failed.
Science team does jack shit.
And they hit me 6 kilometers
Oh.
out because they're coming in around top of me. So what's this?
Now they like me. Ow!
All right, have a swarm.
Sealer. I'm still wondering why we didn't just kill her.
Because they keep having Denise Crosby come back for voice work.
Yeah.
She has the
But either
strongest
make her less
armor in the
annoying or
game.
just kill her.
She has the strongest armor in the game. Plot armor.
Yeah. She also gives you the strongest armor that you can have.
They really like me.
Let's deal with the track. Warning. Ship is under attack.
Okay, here are stragglers. Have some of these.
And Earl salute.
I think that was the last. Indeed.
I'm not worried about the stuff, so.
Neither am I today.
Yeah, if I'm in range to pick stuff up, I usually pick it up just because why not if I'm already there?
Yeah.
I play the loot critter for tonight.
Yeah, I figure with that tune you probably would, so. Ooh, a quarter spec point to go dump off for another character.
Oh, I hate this game.
Oh, that's right, there's spec points I can use.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting about actually using them.
Oh, same here. I gotta go throw some on a couple characters later, but that's. All right, you guys get to pick the third one. Ed, how you doing? All the way up now?
I think I'm all the way up now, and now I go get me the fleet ship. Yes, earn me some fleet credits. Get me the fleet ship and really equip it and fly it and stuff. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Oh, not a problem.
What's the other discovery one?
Within the Briars, Runes of Doom, and Sentinels. It's all the beta
Runes
quadrant
of
ones.
Doom is comparatively nice.
Yep. Yeah, Runes
All right.
of Doom and Sentinels are relatively easy.
Ruins of Doom it is, then.
Sounds good. Launching. Yep, Runes of Doom.
And Sov has 3 starships in my Twitch chat. Okay.
Yep.
Getting some unusual readings.
Oh,
from the
no,
spot
he's
in the
king.
system
I'm gonna have to steal that emote
indicating
there,
an
Sov.
accelerated rate, absorbing and emitting some nasty radiation as they do so. Trust
What
me.
emote is that?
I don't know how I steal emotes, or else I would.
Right. Well,
I would steal
hate
that.
to say it,
She's got 3 Odyssey
save
classes
this.
in my,
Yeah, no, I'm watching your stream.
Just save the image and put it
it's
up.
another,
But yeah, that's
another artist. Okay. I won't steal another content creator stuff, I guess.
you could just ask him.
I could, but I don't know Stu, and
Well-
Stu doesn't know me, so like, you know.
It'd be weird.
Ship is under attack.
Weird but
Colony
profitable.
neutralized.
Kind of inappropriate too.
Ship is under attack.
Picking up Mocha
Yeah.
ships
What
on
emote
long-range
is it?
sensors.
If
It's
I may ask.
it's a Odyssey. Picture of an honest little honest. Oh crap!
Ship is under attack.
Destroy these fools!
I didn't get gamma, by the way, so yeah, run away, Jewel, run away.
I'll run back and grab Gamma. Oh, someone got Gamma. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Well, now that they're in the blast zone, that makes it more fun.
Ship is under attack.
It's one thing I gotta do when Twitch. I gotta sit down and actually find some emotes.
Yeah, probably either have to create them yourself or buy them from some creator.
Well, you can buy a emote creator. You did find that.
Yeah. I have a friend that's an artist, so if I want some stuff, I tend to commission it from him.
Who farted? No one farted. That was Raz blowing his nose because he got a nasty cold.
Yeah, I still blame my allergy, not a cold, but yeah.
Okay, cold allergy.
The rebels are breaking. Let us dispose of this swine and be done with it.
Well, the rebels better be breaking. They're losing a lot of ships.
Core shields failing.
Okay. I accept that. I got randomly teleported away.
And there, that's true.
And that is my universal.
Did you see how Ja'ula ran
Two.
by Scalded?
Is it me, or do most form...
Got up to 2 that time. Oh, 3.
Yeah. Quick to run those. We got Ed ship leveled.
Also, if Raz was Bajoran, he'd be pregnant. No.
Yeah. Are we be taking bets? How long is it going to take? How many this time?
Yeah. All right, now to find out what's in the box. What's in the box? Oh, I got a random mark box.
Ooh. I got impulse engine turn X2.
Spec point, 1,000 dilithium. 2,000 dilithium, okay. 33 credits. Woohoo. Right. What do I need marks in?
When in doubt, Discovery and Lucari.
Uh,
Lucari for the wrist apparatus and shield, and Discovery for much time device, and of course the 4-piece.
oh, this is more
4-piece.
for grinding to tier 6 on those right now.
Need 900 in each, and don't forget Lorca's
Undyne.
fire control until he shields for space stuff.
Yeah, Discovery has a lot of nice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
I actually think it's a bit overpowered at present, compared to the rest.
It always depends on what
Yeah.
you're building, too, right?
Actually, if the, for example, the shield and warp core, those two are recommended for any build that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now, the shield and the warp core. Then a colony deflector and a prevailing impulse engine.
That's currently the standard meter for most DPS builds, yeah. Of course, there are damage type specific exceptions, but generally speaking.
And
Heck with honor with me.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You want to stream you back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can always use another set of dilithium.
Yeah. Hey, it's stuff to get. Invite should have been sent there.
It is.
Oh.
I was just doing.
I'm sitting here looking at the thing. Why is that grayed out? I'm not team leader. That's why.
To hell with honor. Flashing green light, folks.
We
will.
We will.
And we just gotta wait for all the other slackers.
The last slacker.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying is that having two items that are essentially mandatory for any build, be it wizard, be it DPS, be it tank, is a bit too good.
Yeah. And let's point out also with that you can go tanky, and then you got Lorca's fire control, which is a must-have now.
Yeah, and then must time device.
Yeah, for ground stuff. Yeah. If you want mobility, you get. If you want mobility, you pick up the armor and the shield.
Yeah, or the CQC, close quarters combat armor plus the mind melt.
Yep. Discovery's got a lot of
Insanely
equipment. Yeah.
Can't really call it anything else, can you?
If you guys can go on beta, I'm bang on Jula for some extra points for the team.
I'll go to beta.
There. She's dead. She won't stay that way. She's got better plot armor than freaking Sela.
It's called a cloaking device.
Who's doing Epsilon?
No, I'm going over to Delta here.
I'll go over to Epsilon.
No, I blew her up to 0 hit points there.
I'm going to Epsilon.
She's at the point where her ship should have gone kaboom.
Yeah. I'm really not a fan of them scripting stuff like that. Well, if they scripted, at least give them the player abilities that handle that kind of stuff. I mean, there's that invul trait. The first time you essentially would die, you instead become invul for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Before that trait, make her actually use the cloak. So the perception actually becomes something useful, and make the plot lines open enough that that you can simply capture her even if she's cloaked.
Hey, I hate this.
And by the way, thanks to Crystalline Entity, I now get my fleet ship module.
Nice.
Also,
Yeah. First time I spent something on this character for that, but the free fleet ship modules from Reputation are awesome.
Oh, Lucara. Fishy, fishy, come on. Come on. Come on.
There are times when my ship is just not fast enough.
again, 0 hit points. Her hull was down to 0. She should have gone kaboom.
But if she went boom,
You would have broken the
TFO, yeah. I would have broken the later missions too.
and the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could easily script and plot these TFOs slightly different so it works out.
it's nice to know that those gravel is quite effective in the walkers too.
Yep. Putting them on the reactor in the middle tends to work really nicely.
Okay, my ship's powerful. I just blew. Just can't hear her blow a thing up. Forget the shield generators. Let's just blow up the reactor.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And then
And then it go boom. And we make other things go boom.
do I dare say it? And then
Repeat ad infinitum.
Ship is under attack.
Simply keep blowing stuff up.
Target shield has failed.
Success! Let our enemies tremble, for this will be their tomb.
And then
Only a death like you.
and
no, and then
Allergies to fight their battles, Jahula.
no, and then.
They walk on the fault track, Soldiers. Back them up, walk. We need to close this rift before the shipper
Warning, ship is under attack.
Right. The rift failed to close. Something's keeping it open. Something big is emerging from the last rift.
Something big's coming.
Ship is under attack.
Plot armor?
That gigantic Galaxy Walker is keeping the rift open. Destroy it!
That's no moon.
It's junk.
Ship is under attack.
That works.
It barely landed and it died.
Target shield has failed.
Let me put it this way. While I think the walkers are freaking cool looking, turning a ship into a walker is freaking insanely stupid.
Yeah.
and
Weapon
then
terror.
Attention! All loyal vessels,
are we done?
victory!
Yeah, I think we're done. How did we do?
Jahula has fled from
Apparently a cruiser escaped somebody.
and weak.
Gosh darn it.
Might have been me.
It's alright, we
Unfortunately,
Did pretty damn good.
cooldowns are Cooldowns are still a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I'm not worried about. No, I'm not worried. We did good. That was fun.
Yeah. Alright. Stream's going on for 3 hours. I think I'm going to call it a stream there.
Yeah.
But that was fun. All you guys in the stream, thank you for joining me. Guys here in Discord also. That was a fun colony invasion. And
Nice to meet you always.
yeah, we'll be back with part 2 of Colony Invasion starring Ed. And he's probably going to want beer after tomorrow. I'm going to guarantee he's going to want some beer.
Okay, I will load my fridge for tomorrow.
So someone send Ed beer, okay?
Yes.
I'm a German, of course I have.
You're going to get so many mail now full of just ale or something.
Because he's in Germany, he knows beer, so send him good beer.
There you go. All right, folks. See you tomorrow.
Why send him beer? Germans have good beer.
Well, there you go. Well, then, be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, all that stuff. See you tomorrow.